Okay, so this is Freddie. Again, you may have seen him before in a past video where we gave him a haircut. Looks like he needs another haircut. Now, what I'm going to do is thin him out so that he can produce. He's a black mission fig, and we're just going to thin him out a little bit. Sorry for the background noise. One of my neighbors is having some trees trimmed, so we're going to have to deal with that. So let me open up this fence. I put this fence on to keep Freddie safe from the deer because they were really enjoying him. And so I put the fence up. Now the deer are away from him, but everything grows in there like crazy. So we're going to pull it over, open. We'll have some green cuttings. Normally I don't really use green cuttings that often. Oh, that's a goner. But we'll see how these guys make out. I can get my, there we go. That's one of the other problems with the fencing. It allows things to grow through it, and then they don't really do well from there. So we have a few scaffolding branches and then some other branches going off of them. I could do air layers on these guys. They might do okay. But what I've decided, so that I can give him a little bit of room in here, I'm just going to cut them off and then hope that I can propagate them, get some roots out of them, and get some new trees out of that. So a lot of this is going to be cut off. So let's get to it. So we'll just stick these here in the bucket for now, and then decide which ones we can use after we're done cutting these guys off. Normally I prefer a single leader, but again, because this is inside the fence, it's a little more difficult to keep it that way. And that's why I have to get in there every once in a while and cut it. This guy also died back to the ground this past winter because of how severe the winter was, and came back like gangbusters, like so many of my other trees did. We don't need to have everything on here. So let me just make some room in here and then we'll start again. So we're making a little bit of progress. And like some of these guys here, these are suckers that grew up also that I don't want to keep. But if you look down here, there are roots along with them. So if I can get the roots out, that's great. If I can't, that's okay too. I'll still see if I can get it to make some new roots. Yeah, see, this is a sucker right here. Originally, uh, it's now a main stem. This one here was the original tree, and it died back down to there, and then put out some new growth. And this is now the new main trunk, or one of the new main trunks. So let's see if I can get in there and give us a little more room so we can see what we're doing. So I've gotten a lot of these off here, and I should probably mention that Freddie is my very first fig tree. And I've told you that before. He has never given me even one fig, not one, but he's given me a whole lot of really good cuttings, and those cuttings produced a lot of really terrific figs. But this tree has never had a fig on it. So hopefully that'll change. If I give it a little more sunlight, a little more air, um, and just change the structure of it a little bit, I should be able to get some figs. Of course, not this year. I'm not worried about that. But for next year, I'm hoping that we can get him to produce some nice figs for us. Right now, we're getting what would normally be some really nice cuttings. The only thing is that because of the time of the year, they're green cuttings, and that's not exactly ideal. But not impossible. We got last year, we had quite a few green cuttings that were successfully propagated. And there's one gentleman down in Georgia, Lazy Dog Farms. He actually loves green cuttings for propagation. Now, he's in a much warmer climate, so it's probably a lot easier for him to do it than it would be for me. But it is possible. Okay, so here's one that has quite a few roots with it. So I'm going to see if I can get it out with its roots. Then we can put it right into a pot, and hopefully that'll just take off right from there. Yeah, I can feel a bunch of roots down there. We're going to need to film the whole thing. So I'm going to put the fence back up now and let it continue to grow. A lot of these have already been topped, and I'm just going to pinch this off here. Again, I want that energy to go into the main trunks to make them stronger so that we'll get some really beautiful cuttings for the winter. And this guy's going to do well. He's going to give us a lot of cuttings, and those cuttings will give us a lot of figs, even if Freddie himself doesn't give us any figs. Okay? So, again, thanks for watching. Bye.